Vietnam, a land of breathtaking contrasts. Towering limestone peaks rise out of emerald rice paddies. Lantern-lit streets hum with the rhythm of scooters, laughter, and the aroma of sizzling street food. A country shaped by a rich tapestry of empires, wars, resilience, and rebirth. But what truly sets Vietnam apart is its deeply rooted cultural identity, its warmth and yes, the captivating allure of its people. Located along the eastern edge of the Indo-Chinese peninsula, Vietnam stretches over 1,600 kilometers from north to south. This unique geography grants it a diversity of landscapes seldom seen in one country, from the misty highlands of Sapa to the sunny beaches of Da Nang and the sprawling Mekong Delta in the south. Vietnam's exotic charm doesn't just lie in its scenery. It pulses through the daily life of its cities and villages. Whether you're navigating the chaotic but strangely harmonious traffic of Ho Chi Minh City, or sipping egg coffee in a quiet alley in Hanoi, you're immersed in a sensory experience like no other. But let's talk about something that fascinates many travelers and expats alike: Vietnamese women, admired not only for their beauty, but also for their intelligence, openness, and strong sense of tradition blended with modern ideals. Vietnamese women are deeply shaped by centuries of cultural heritage. Historically, Confucian values emphasized family honor, respect for elders, and loyalty. These ideals are still strong, but modern Vietnam is evolving. Today's women are navigating a dynamic balance between tradition and independence. In cities like Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City, women are leading businesses, working in tech, and studying abroad. Education and self-development are highly valued. Yet, you'll still find that family plays a central role in Vietnamese society. It's not uncommon for multiple generations to live together, and this close-knit social structure creates a strong foundation of support, especially for women. What strikes many visitors is the confidence and friendliness of Vietnamese women. They often come across as warm, direct, and curious, especially when interacting with foreigners. This cultural openness, especially in more urban and tourist-friendly areas, surprises many travelers. Relationships, both platonic and romantic, tend to form naturally through shared experiences, over food at cafes, or even during language exchange meetups. This brings us to something quite unique: how dating works in Vietnam, particularly for those coming from abroad. In Vietnam, romantic relationships often begin slowly and seriously. Casual dating exists, especially among younger generations, but many still prioritize emotional connection and long-term compatibility. Unlike in some Western cultures, dating here often implies a level of commitment from the beginning. Meeting someone's family isn't necessarily reserved for later stages, it's often part of the journey early on. Foreign men are sometimes surprised by how genuine and communicative Vietnamese women can be. Language barriers exist, but many young Vietnamese speak English, and there's a strong interest in global cultures. Mutual curiosity drives many intercultural relationships, but so does a shared respect for values like family, loyalty, and mutual support. However, it's important to approach dating, and cultural exploration in general, with sensitivity and understanding. Vietnam is a country with deep pride in its heritage. Tourists and expats who engage respectfully are usually welcomed with open arms. Now, beyond relationships and social customs, what makes Vietnam so powerfully exotic? Let's start with the food, arguably one of the country's greatest national treasures. Vietnamese cuisine is light, fresh, and aromatic. From the globally loved pho, a beef noodle soup with star anise and cinnamon, to banh mi, the perfect fusion of French and Vietnamese culinary styles served on a crusty baguette. Street food is not just a trend here. It's a way of life. In Hanoi, you might find yourself sitting on a tiny red stool, eating bun cha, grilled pork over noodles, at the same roadside shop that once hosted Barack Obama and Anthony Bourdain. Down south in Ho Chi Minh City, the flavors intensify, sweeter, spicier, and richer. And across the country, regional specialties surprise the senses: fresh spring rolls, crispy pancakes, banh xeo, and the intriguing durian fruit, not for the faint of heart. But Vietnam is also a feast for the eyes. Consider Halong Bay, with its mythical limestone karsts floating above jade waters. Or the ancient town of Hoi An, where yellow buildings glow beneath hanging silk lanterns, and tailor shops line the cobbled streets. Or take a motorbike through the Ha Giang Loop in the far north, a winding road carved into mountain passes, revealing hidden villages untouched by time. Then there's the culture of resilience. Vietnam has a long and complex history of occupation, war, and revolution. From Chinese and French colonial rule to the intense American-Vietnam War, which left scars and stories still visible in the landscape and in people's memories. Yet, the Vietnamese spirit is one of strength and optimism. The younger generation, especially, is driving the country forward with energy and hope. Tech startups, modern art scenes, and a thriving coffee culture are booming. And through it all, traditions endure: the Tet New Year festival, ancestor worship, ao dai garments, and calligraphy. The fusion of old and new is everywhere. Temples with incense clouds sit next to skyscrapers. Grandmothers sell fruit in conical hats while their granddaughters post dance videos on TikTok. Traveling in Vietnam often becomes a journey inward. It challenges assumptions. It reveals contrasts between simplicity and sophistication, modesty and expressiveness, ancient rituals and modern dreams. But what truly makes Vietnam one of the most exotic and unforgettable countries in Asia? So come discover Vietnam, not just for its landscapes or legends, but for its soul. Because once you do, you might find that the most beautiful thing about this country is how it opens your eyes and your heart.